Hello, everyone, and welcome into the Chickasaw Gym here on the campus of Blytheville High School for this Tuesday night edition of high school basketball on Tubetown. Andy Manus, West Cisco here with you tonight, courtside and underneath the headset, ready to bring you all the action as the Blytheville Chickasaws tonight play host to the Westside Warriors. West, both of these teams 5-1 coming into tonight's game, and both of them coming in off of wins their last time out.
Yeah, the Warriors won the WBC tournament over the previous undefeated Hillcrest Screaming Eagles, 57-49, and Blytheville's last game was a non-conference contest when they defeated the Rivercrest Coats by 22.
Yeah, Blytheville coming into tonight's game averaging 56 points per game. Meanwhile, Westside averaging 69.6 points per game. So could be an offensive battle tonight. Both of these teams, however, we know are very good on the defensive side of the ball as well. Blytheville only giving up 46 points per game on defense. Meanwhile, Westside giving up 56.6 points per game. So about a 10-point difference. On average, these teams are outscoring their opponents.
Yeah, but if you remember last year, Andy, the two games that we had with these two teams, they were both barn burners, and I expect nothing different tonight.
About 2 minutes left before we bring the starting lineups out on the floor and give you the opening tip for tonight's matchup. We'll step aside for one more quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have the Chickasaws and the Warriors right here on Tubetown.
Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team. Becoming a member of the Westside Athletic Booster Club is a rewarding and valuable contribution to the Warrior Nation, our school, and most importantly, our student athletes. The purpose of the club is to promote athletics at Westside High School in an atmosphere that is consistent with the educational philosophy of the school community. Check out our Facebook page for more information on how to become a member. Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team.
Tubetown is now available on the Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick. Watch live events from Tubetown on your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick. Head over to the App Store and search for Tubetown. Once your app is installed, you can watch every live event from Tubetown. Miss our live coverage? Our past events are available on demand. Download the Tubetown app to your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick today. Tubetown, live, local, from Ritter Communications.
I'm James Finley, and I'm from Jasper, Arkansas. We came in to have my mother's service turned on, and she needed to pick a plan. They were patient, answered every question, and there were a lot of questions.
We just took our time with her and wanted to make sure she had everything she needed.
You could see that they genuinely cared about my mother.
I don't want to go into a store and be treated like just another number. That's not how we roll in Jasper. Treat people how you want to be treated.
Welcome back to Chickasaw Gym here on Tubetown. Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday night. Andy Manus and West Cisco here with you, ready to bring you the play-by-play action as the Westside Warriors, who are being introduced right now, are taking on the home team tonight, the Blytheville Chickasaws. If you're just joining us, the Chickasaws entering tonight's game underneath Coach Mackenzie Pierce with an overall record of 5-1 so far on the year. Make it 6-1 if you count the benefit game at the beginning of the year, but they don't count that one. So 5-1 is their record. Westside also coming into tonight's game with a record of 5-1 off of a victory their last time out against Hillcrest. Starting tonight for the Westside Warriors, number 3, Kessler Mack, number 12, Kirk Bush, number 15, Adonis Thomas, number 33, Isaiah Nortier, and number 35, Riley Felkins. Now coming out on the court for the Blytheville Chickasaws, number 2, Curtis Smith, number 5, Lamont Jackson, number 10, Tedrick Washington, number 11, Trayon King, and number 12, Davion Smith. Wes mentioned it coming into the broadcast. A fun couple of games we got to see these two teams play against each other last year. All of them were barn burners, and you can expect this one to be no different tonight. But man, we got to see some of the Chickasaws during that junior high game kind of warming up, and they are athletic.
They are, and you know, that's a tone of something that Coach, you know, Mackenzie Pierce does with them. You know, he's a former grad assistant from the University of Arkansas, so he brings that college level up to this Blytheville Chickasaw team.
Chickasaws wearing their home white jerseys, maroon trim. And the Westside Warriors out here in their away reds with white letters, black trim. Then Coach Mark Whitmire and the Warriors facing off against Coach Mackenzie Pierce and the Blytheville Chickasaws. And we are set for tip-off.
And Westside is actually on a 5-game winning streak, Andy. They lost their first game out of the bat, and they've come out and won 5 straight after that.
Yeah, 3-point loss to Cave City, 62-59 the final there. As Wes mentioned, the first game of the year. Here we are for the opening tip, and a little bit of a misfire there from our 2 jumping center circle, Davion Smith and Riley Felkins. Smith gets the tip, gets it over to Travion King, and here come the Chickasaws with the first possession of the ball game. Westside open up in man-to-man defense.
Actually, it looks like it's a matchup zone, 2-3 matchup zone.
And the Chickasaws running a motion around the outside perimeter.
Now
Top of the key now for Washington.
To man-to-man.
Baseline now for Washington. He's going to drive. Try to double team, spins, and travels.
Not what you want if you're Coach Pierce's first thing out of the bat is a turnover.
So almost a minute gone by here in the opening quarter as Felkins brings it across the timeline for the Warriors. Kessler Mack with it now on the far side. And he's going to drop in a triple to start the night off on the right foot for the Westside Warriors. Kessler Mack, a sharp shooter.
That was past NBA range.
Well, he's got the distance. We've seen him do it time and time again. Mack is a senior now. Feels like we've been seeing him do that ever since he was a freshman. Here's Jackson from the top of the key. Now they work it around to the right elbow for Washington. Now back around to the left elbow for King. Now Felkins wants to drop in a triple from the other way. He's off the mark. Jackson with the rebound over to Curtis Smith. Smith leaves it in the corner. Here's the drive from Washington. Slipped. Still got the pass away to the corner. There's King. King bodies up the defender. Shot's no good, but right there to clean it up is Davion Smith.
Good job by Smith for crashing the boards there and picking up the 2, and it's a 1-point Warrior lead.
2 minutes gone by here in the opening quarter. Felkins over to the right elbow. We'll leave it with Matt. Matt got a little bit of space, enough to get off a shot, and it's no good. Lamont Jackson comes down with a rebound. Now Tedrick Washington steps into a 3, and he got all 3 of them.
So looks like that's what both teams want to do is work it on the outside and shoot the 3 ball. Great move there by Felkins to get into the lane. They thought they was going to get the ball and shoot it just outside, and he faked them out and made the move for the layup.
And a nice move on the other end, but the shot's no good. Thomas will leave it with Felkins. He'll come across the timeline. 4:50 left to play in the opening quarter. Felkins is going to get it back, work to the left off a screen here. Now Mack will drive. Pivots, leans, shoots. Off the mark, trying to get the rebound, and the Chickasaws are going to come down with it. Here's King with a Euro step. Shot off the glass is good. Travion King rather, made that look too easy. 2-point lead for the Chickasaws at 7-5.
Don't blink, you might miss something.
There's a drive from Felkins. He'll finish with a right hand. Felkins now with 4 points in the quarter, ties it back up. And a nice free throw line jumper from Lamont Jackson. Finds the bottom of the net, and the Chicks are back up by 2.
And that's something you don't see very often in high school basketball anymore, but that was a perfect shot there.
There's Felkins, lost the dribble off his knee. Kicked it ahead to Curtis Smith. Smith lost it on the way up. Mack comes down with the rebound, but he stepped out of bounds. So the Chickasaws will have it underneath their own basket. 3:30 to play here in the first quarter. 2-point lead, 9-7.
Smith is lucky that time because he had lost control of the ball there.
Smith gets the inbound, gets it right back to Tedrick Washington. Now here's Jackson. Leaves it for King. King with a three-pointer. Got all 3 of them. Trayon King with 5 points here now in the quarter. And the Chickasaw lead is up to 5. Mack pointing out a screen. Gonna get one to the left from Bush. Mack behind his back, steps back, and he pick up his dribble. He's in trouble. Great defense from Curtis Smith. Now on the drive here is Bush. Bush lost it. Curtis Smith gets it, no look pass. Trayon King finishes on the right side. 7 points in the quarter for Trayon King.
Timeout Westside.
And we'll take one with them.
The 30-second.
Nope, 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 2:35 left to play here in the first quarter. 14-7. And it has been a 7-point swing here for the Chickasaws in a matter of about a minute and a half. Had a three-pointer from Trayon King,
and nobody was there. Nice job.
Nice
there.
Little no look here. And Coach Pierce and the Chickasaws out to a 7-point lead again with 2:35 to play in the first quarter. Isaiah Nortier back out here for the Warriors along with Felkins. All 5 starters out here for the Warriors. I think all 5 starters still out here on the floor for the Chicks as well. Here's Mack at the top of the key. Well guarded by Tedrick Washington. Good job by Curtis Smith on the switch. He fires it down low to Thomas. Thomas can't handle it. Got it away to Kurt Bush. Bush should have shot that.
Yeah, he was wide open there. He didn't even look for his shot. He just looking for the cutter.
2:08 left to play. They inbound it. And Trayon King goes up to get it. Now one-on-one. Sidesteps the defender, and he'll finish at the hole. 9 points in the quarter for Trayon King. Under 2 left to play. The lead up to 9. Quick shot on the other end, no good. Nortier comes down with a rebound. Ball still loose. Poked it out and goes out of bounds. And Adonis Thomas saying hello to some of the Chickasaw fans over there. Fell right on top of them, trying to save that ball. Thankfully, everybody's all right. Everybody got a good laugh out of that.
Kessler Ingalls checking in for the Warriors.
So now with 1:43 left to play, Coach Pierce calling a play. Top of the key three-pointer, all three of them.
Nothing but the bottom of the net, and the lead is up to 12.
Davion Smith on the triple. Here's Felkins weaving in and out of the defense. Felkins had it on the baseline. He leaves it with Thomas. Thomas drives, tries to finish with the floater, can't get it. And a foul called on Westside with 1:13 remaining. And man, that's the second time we've seen the Warriors pass up a wide open shot. Isaiah Nortier had one that time on the baseline and instead opted to go for the extra pass.
And that foul was on Thomas after missing the shot.
First one on him, first team foul we've had here in the game. Another three-pointer will find the bottom of the net. This time it's Curtis Smith with the triple.
Felkins with the turnover.
And a yam home from Davion Smith with authority. And the lead has grown. Another turnover. This time it's Lamont Jackson, and the wheels are falling off early here for the Warriors. 30 seconds remaining. They got to get it into the front court here. There's the double team. Felkins is going to drive. Nice step to the hole, and he'll finish.
And that's what you needed right there. Stop the little bleeding.
Turn, shot no good.
Got
And the tip in will fall. Tedrick Washington with the tip in. Here's Felkins, dribbled it off his knee, fading away as time expires in the first. And it is 28-9. The Blytheville Chickasaws out to an early lead here in the first half over the Westside Warriors. We'll take a quick break. We're back with the second quarter right after this on Tubetown. Andy Maness and West Cisco back here with you at Chickasaw Gym. 28-9 is your score after the first quarter, including that highlight reel dunk from Davion Smith. 7 points in the first quarter for him.
I'll tell you what, the Warriors are going to have to cut out the turnovers and go with probably a man-to-man to get them out from shooting the three-pointer, because they're just letting them sit out there and shoot the tray.
Well, 6 points in the first quarter for Riley Felkins. He led the way for the Warriors. Didn't get much help outside of his own jump shot. And Kessler Mack drop in a three, and here's Felkins, Johnny on the spot now with 8 points here in the game. Makes it 28-11, but here come the Chickasaws. Curtis Smith leaves it in the corner with Washington. You could tell the Chickasaws playing with a little bit of energy right now, a little bit of pep in their step. Here's the drive from King, back over to Washington. Nope, now Washington's got it, excuse me. Got them plenty of space over there behind the three-point line, and it's off the mark. Here comes Felkins back the other way now. Here's Mack from the corner. Overshot it. King gets the rebound ahead to Jackson. Jackson one-on-one against Thomas, lost the dribble. Fighting for it, and timeout called. Heads up play that time by Davion Smith, hopping on the loose basketball and calling timeout.
30-second timeout, so it's going to be called here.
28-11 the score. And West, the Chickasaws again picking up right back where they left off in that first quarter with the same level of energy.
Yeah, I know, and their only losses in the on the Jonesboro Classic to Greene County Tech, and it was only a 3-point loss. But there's that dunk again by Smith.
And just look at the defense right there. I mean, just stifling the Warriors. At one point, couldn't even get it across the half-court line. There, the Chickasaws will break their huddle. Same 5 back out on the floor for the Chicks. Smith, Jackson, Washington King, and Davion Smith. That's Curtis Smith out there. Curtis Smith with the 3-pointer from the right elbow. Too strong, off the mark. Davion King gets the rebound.
Stepped out of bounds.
Apologies, that's Tryon King. I keep getting that wrong. Got to correct myself there. Tryon King. Good first quarter for him. 9 points in the first quarter for him so far. Here in the second, it's 2-0 Westside. They miss another one there.
That was Sam Malone who checked into the ball game.
And double dribble called there on Tedrick Washington. Washington trying to drive the lane. Chickasaw is very effective at doing that in the first quarter, but even more effective, as you mentioned, from behind the 3-point line.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back turnovers there by the Chickasaws.
So taking a little bit of the wind out of their sails a little bit. Still a 17-point lead, though. Well in control of this one. 2 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Thomas, gives it up to Kessler Mack. Mack guarded by Lamont Jackson. Now here's Kessler Engel with it. Falcons with it now on the weave. Falcons got away with a little bit of a push there, but he'll drive and score. Falcons now with 4 points in the quarter, give him double digits for the game. He's got 10 of the 13 points here for the Warriors.
And they're going to have to rely on him and Kessler Mack if they want to get back in this ball game.
Wide open 3-point shot that time from Tryon King is off the mark. Right there to scoop in the rebound is Brian Jones, who's into the game off the bench. And playing the role of Windex there, cleaning up the glass. 2 points for him now. 30-13 is the score. Falcons now in the corner for Thomas. Skip pass over to Mack.
With the size of the Chickasaws, the Warriors are going to have to box out.
Thomas underneath the basket with a nice scoop shot. The assist coming from Kessler Mack. Thomas's first points of the game. Makes it a 15-point affair. Here's a drive from Jackson. Hop, step, jump, no good. Got his own rebound. Lamont Jackson now with 4 points here in the game. (32-15) now. Here's Falcons off the dribble. Over to Thomas. Thomas with a head fake. Now he shoots a 3. Won't get the friendly roll, and Jackson comes down with a rebound for Blytheville. Bounces it ahead to Davion Smith. Smith with a nice spin and a right-handed shot. It won't fall, but a good look at it, and the Warriors now coming down the other way. Here's Falcons, top of the key, 3-pointer. Warriors just not feeling it here in the first half. Here comes Curtis Smith back the other way. Nice feed into Davion. Davion finishes with the right hand. Chickasaws are showing out here tonight.
He's up to 12 points.
.348 left to play. Here's Mack. Mack now to Falcons. Falcons, 3-pointer, no good. I had to Tryon King. Tryon with a head fake. Somehow split the defense there. Does not get the friendly roll. Still got a great look despite the fact having 2 Warriors right in front of him.
The Warriors are having a little bit more success when they dribble drive. I don't know why they're they're just looking for the three.
Oh, great block that time by Lamont
Nice.
Jackson. And a foul on the other end out of frustration from Kessler Mack. But Lamont Jackson's going to the free throw line. Got away with a great block here.
And that's going to be an intentional foul. They're going to count the bucket. They get 2 free throws and the ball back.
Free throws up and in. Yeah, Lamont Jackson with a great block on Kessler Mack and then able to get the rebound. Second one falls as well. 38-15 now.
And now the Chickasaws get the basketball underneath the go. This could be a 6 to 7 point swing right here on that intentional foul.
So now into inbound it is Vansell Lucas. 3-point shot off the inbound, no good. Thomas trying to get the rebound, rings it in for Westside. Falcons spins. Thomas with a 3-pointer. It'll fall. Chalk up 3 of them for Adonis Thomas, now 38-18. Washington with a nice feed into Jones, loose ball, and Westside is going to come out with it. Falcons will let the rest of his offense catch up. Cross court for Thomas. Thomas with a head fake. Now over to Kessler Engel.
And we got a foul there on the Chickasaws away from the ball on Vansell Lucas. Not a good foul at all. He just kept pushing the Westside player out of bounds, and it is away from the ball. So that one doesn't make sense to me.
That's just the first team foul on the Chickasaws here in the first half. 2 for Westside. The teams have played pretty foul-free here in the first half as Falcons once again does not get the friendly roll. Here's McPherson coming down with the rebound, and now he loses it.
Traveling violation.
So the travel gives it back to Westside with 1:49 left to play here in the first half.
First conference game for both of these teams.
Here's Kessler Engel on the drive. And he will go to the free throw line. Fouled by Brian Jones, just the first one for Jones. Second team foul for the Chicks. And getting ready to check back in, Davion Smith. Here's Engel. First trip at the free throw line for the Warriors tonight. And it's off the mark.
Kessler Max getting ready to check back in for Engel. If he makes this one, then he'll come in. If he doesn't, he'll have to wait till the next dead ball.
So Engel will drain the second one, now 38-19, 1:34 left to play in the first half. Spencer Honeycutt also into the game for the Warriors.
Westside's extending their defense now after all those 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Lamont Jackson was in the corner. Now he'll give it up to Davion Smith in the high post. Now he'll get it back. 3-pointer from Jackson from the left corner will fall. All 3 of those going on the stat sheet for Lamont Jackson. Under 50 to play here in the first half. Falcons looking at the basket, thought about the three, now they'll launch one. Got it! Right in the defender's face, 41-22.
That's only his first three-pointer of the game.
13 points here in the game for Riley Falcons. And with 27 seconds left, we'll see the Chickasaws perhaps hold on for the final shot. I believe they will. .14 seconds left.
Timeout,
And
Chickasaw.
a timeout called by Blytheville, trying to avoid the defensive count there.
30.
And the Chicks weren't even looking at the referee there. They were trying to get instruction from Coach Pierce, and we're getting the defensive countdown.
Yeah, and then he was out like probably 4. That's when Coach Pierce called the timeout.
12.5 seconds left here in the first half.
And this is not the game I thought it would be, Andy. I didn't expect a 19-point lead, and could be more going into the half.
Chickasaws come out here and just have established their game plan and are rolling with it right now. So getting ready to inbound, Tedrick Washington. He'll give it over to Curtis Smith. Curtis Smith goes in motion, 10 seconds left. Over to Washington, back to Smith. Now Jackson with it. Top of the key, three-pointer, won't fall. Falcons comes down with the rebound. Enough time to get a shot away, and it's no good. So 41-22 is the score at halftime. And we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll give you some halftime stats as the two teams head to the locker room. Andy Maness, West Cisco here with you on Tubetown. Back with more right after this.
Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team. Becoming a member of the Westside Athletic Booster Club is a rewarding and valuable contribution to the Warrior Nation, our school, and most importantly, our student athletes. The purpose of the club is to promote athletics at Westside High School in an atmosphere that is consistent with the educational philosophy of the school community. Check out our Facebook page for more information on how to become a member. Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team.
Tubetown is now available on the Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick. Watch live events from Tubetown on your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick. Head over to the App Store and search for Tubetown. Once your app is installed, you can watch every live event from Tubetown. Miss our live coverage? Our past events are available on demand. Download the Tubetown app to your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick today. Tubetown, live, local, from Ritter Communications.
I'm James Finley, and I'm from Jasper, Arkansas. We came in to have my mother's service turned on, and she needed to pick a plan. They were patient, answered every question, and there were a lot of questions.
We just took our time with her and wanted to make sure she had everything she needed.
You could see that they genuinely cared about my mother.
I don't want to go into a store and be treated like just another number. That's not how we roll in Jasper. Treat people how you want to be treated.
Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team. Becoming a member of the Westside Athletic Booster Club is a rewarding and valuable contribution to the Warrior Nation, our school, and most importantly, our student athletes. The purpose of the club is to promote athletics at Westside High School in an atmosphere that is consistent with the educational philosophy of the school community. Check out our Facebook page for more information on how to become a member. Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team.
Tubetown is now available on the Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick. Watch live events from Tubetown on your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick. Head over to the App Store and search for Tubetown. Once your app is installed, you can watch every live event from Tubetown. Miss our live coverage? Our past events are available on demand. Download the Tubetown app to your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick today. Tubetown, live, local, from Ritter Communications.
I'm James Finley, and I'm from Jasper, Arkansas. We came in to have my mother's service turned on, and she needed to pick a plan. They were patient, answered every question, and there were a lot of questions.
We just took our time with her and wanted to make sure she had everything she needed.
You could see that they genuinely cared about my mother.
I don't want to go into a store and be treated like just another number. That's not how we roll in Jasper. Treat people how you want to be treated.
Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team. Becoming a member of the Westside Athletic Booster Club is a rewarding and valuable contribution to the Warrior Nation, our school, and most importantly, our student athletes. The purpose of the club is to promote athletics at Westside High School in an atmosphere that is consistent with the educational philosophy of the school community. Check out our Facebook page for more information on how to become a member. Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team.
Tubetown is now available on the Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick. Watch live events from Tubetown on your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick. Head over to the App Store and search for Tubetown. Once your app is installed, you can watch every live event from Tubetown. Miss our live coverage? Our past events are available on demand. Download the Tubetown app to your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick today. Tubetown, live, local, from Ritter Communications.
Andy Manis and West Cisco back here with you at the Chickasaw Gym with the Blytheville Chickasaws on top of the Westside Warriors after the first 2 quarters, 41-22. And it was a complete domination in the first half by the Chickasaws. Taking a look at the first half stats there, you see the Chicks shooting nearly 60% from the floor and nearly 50% from behind the three-point line. 5 for 11 from three-point land. Very few fouls committed in that first half. You see each team only took 1 trip to the free throw line. Chicks hit both of theirs. The Warriors missed one of theirs. But so far it has just been a very good defensive game for the Chickasaws. They have not allowed a lot of good shots for the Warriors. And then you see 7 turnovers, Wes. They are playing outstanding defense through the first 2 quarters. Just have to keep it up through the next 2.
Yeah, and that half court, they're meeting them at half court. They're not even doing a full court trap, but they're meeting them at half court, and that's where it's just chaos ensued from there for the Warriors. And if it wasn't for Riley Felkins, this could have been out of hand a long time ago.
No doubt about it. 13 points in that first half for Riley Felkins, and again, the Warriors only have 22 after the first 2. So he's certainly leading the way for Westside, leading the way for the Blytheville Chickasaws. 13 points for Lamont Jackson, 12 points for Davion Smith in that first half. So not the only 2 scoring, though. We've seen Tryon King kick in a few, as well as Tedrick Washington. So a good first half for the Blytheville Chickasaws. Again, this is a conference game between the Chicks and the Warriors in the 4A3. And right now, Blytheville is kind of establishing their dominance here against Westside.
And they're going to start with the basketball here in the second half.
They'll start off with their starting 5 out on the floor. Here's a 3-pointer from Davion Smith that's off the mark. Here's Thomas that comes down with a rebound, and he will travel, but a foul called. They're going to get a foul on Lamont Jackson. First one called on Jackson. So it's Jackson, Smith, Washington, King, and it's Curtis Smith and Davion Smith out there as well. Same starting 5 out on the floor here for the Westside Warriors. Kessler Mack, Kirk Bush, Adonis Thomas, Isaiah Nortier, and Riley Felkins, who's got the rock right now. Let's get pass over to Bush. Bush behind the 3-point line.
Ooh, we get away with a double dribble there.
Felkins will step into a 3-pointer. He'll get all 3 of them. His second of the ball game, 16 now in the game for Riley Felkins, the senior. 41-25. Here's Jackson with a nice pass down low on the left side for Tryon King.
Nice court awareness, knowing where the man's cutting at for an easy layup.
11 points now in the game for Tryon King. Here's Felkins working against Davion Smith, trying to drop in another triple, and it won't land. Now here's Smith ahead to Jackson. Jackson has his pocket pick from behind. Kirk Bush comes up with the steal. Here's Bush, 1-on-2. Tried to sidestep the defender, but he is fouled on his way up. Lamont Jackson going to be called for his second personal foul. Watch this nice job of the steal there by Kirk Bush. And Jackson just trying to get it back on the other end. And I'll tell you what, that looked like quite a bit of basketball that Jackson got there.
But the only thing is, it's coming from behind. Most of the time, if you're coming from behind and you're going down, even if you got basketball, you're going to get a whistle.
Second one will fall for Kirk Bush. Minute and a half gone by here in the third quarter. Westside has seemed to have picked up just a little bit from what we saw there in that first half, but only problem is the Chickasaws are still playing with the same level of intensity. They miss a 3-pointer there. Jackson comes down with a rebound. Now they work it back around to Smith. Now back inside to King. And a nice feed down low for Davion Smith. He'll lower his shoulder into the defender. Made the shot, but going to draw the charge. Davion Smith, first foul on him. 3 team fouls now on the Chicks here in the third quarter. That's more than they had in the whole first half. Here's Felkins. Pass off to Thomas. Thomas three-pointer corner pocket, no good. And here comes Curtis Smith with a rebound. Leaves it in the corner. And now they're working back around to the right side. Here's King with it.
Nice patience by the Chickasaws. And we got a hand check foul there. Can't keep him on during the move. And that's going to be on Andrew Laird.
That first one for him. That's the first team foul here on Westside in the second half. There's the inbound to Smith. To Jackson, back to Washington now. Baseline for King. Can't hit the shot. Davion Smith there to get the rebound. Falling away, is able to kick it back out. Now here's a drive from Smith. Smith fouled on his way up. Foul going to be called once again on Andrew Laird. Right there on the replay. He couldn't believe it, but
back-to-back fouls. Laird.
And now Smith at the free throw line for the first time tonight. Only the second trip the Chicks have had to the charity stripe. Smith hits that one. They're shooting 100% right now, though.
Can't get any better than that. Notier checks back in for the Warriors.
And of course.
We got one more, so that one, we got a lane violation on Westside. So even though that one didn't go in, it doesn't count as a miss either.
Got another chance at it, made it count. So still 100% are the Chickasaws from the free throw line. 5:20 left to play in the third quarter. Here's Felkins. They bring the double team. He'll split the defense. He'll go up. Shot won't fall. But he is headed to the free throw line. Foul going to be called on Tryon King. First one for King. Felkins at the free throw line for the first time tonight. 16 points so far for him. The first one will fall.
Kessler Ingold checks back in for Westside.
Yeah, Thomas has a seat on the bench for him. Second one will fall for Felkins as well. Now 18 points here in the game for him, 45-29.
Westside's picking up the defense on full court now.
And Smith brings it across the timeline. Now King with it on the far sideline.
Coach Whitmire's doing his best Musselman impersonation.
And a travel called on Lamont Jackson.
Donis Thomas comes back in for Westside.
Yeah, quick little breather over there. Felkins, nice crossover. He drives and he'll finish. Felkins taking over here, but his team still trailing by 14. They've trailed by double digits ever since the second quarter. Here's a baseline drive. Nice pass. Now they'll work it back out. We said it a minute ago, good patience being shown here by Blytheville.
And you know, with no shot clock, you don't have to rush in offense.
Well, and you can remember watching this team a couple years ago when Coach Pierce got here, and these are shots that they would absolutely rush. These are opportunities they would absolutely take as opposed to bringing the ball back out and trying to reset your offense up.
Exactly.
Take a three-pointer there. It's off the mark. And now Westside loses it. Chicks kick it ahead. Here's Jackson. Jackson
blocking.
And a block called. Jackson will go to the free throw line as he finishes strong over Kessler Mack. Second personal foul call on Kessler Mack.
And he was still moving, just didn't get there set enough time for Kessler.
Yeah, you see oftentimes guys are anticipating that contact. They go ahead and start to lean back a little bit. You can kind of see Kessler Mack slightly leaning back a little bit there.
He was a nice hustle. He just didn't get there in time.
So now 48-31.
And Max got to get involved in the offense somehow.
Three-pointer from Falcons, short. Rebound goes to the Chickasaws. 2 on 3. Oh, and Nortier comes flying in there as Davion Smith collected the rebound for Blytheville. Nortier, 6'2". He brought every single inch and every single pound in there. Landed right on the back of Davion Smith. Smith, first trip to the free throw line tonight. He's got 12 points. Make it 13 with one more on the way. Sam Malone checking in for Nortier. Off the mark on that one. First official free throw missed by the Chickasaws here tonight. Under 3 minutes left to play. Deep three-pointer from Thomas. It'll find the bottom of the net. Adonis Thomas with all 3 of those.
His second triple of the night.
And 8 points here in the game for him. 49-34. 2:38. Nice feed pass into Jones. Jones spins, and he'll go to the free throw line. Thomas there. Actually, they're going to put that on Sam Malone. First personal foul called on Malone. That one will fall for Jones. Second one on the way. Sam Malone checking out of the game.
Kessler, Engel, and Logan McPherson check in for the Warriors.
Quite a little duo on the football field. Out on the court for the Warriors. Second one finds the bottom of the net for Brian Jones as well. 51-34 now. Here's Mack with it. Try to create a little space, but great defense being played by Cedric Washington. There's a drive. Might have got 3 steps in there, but Falcons off the mark. And there is a travel by Cedric Washington. .203 left to play here in the third quarter. Here's Falcons, leaves it with Thomas. Thomas wide open for a three-pointer, off the mark. And Washington comes down with a rebound. Now Smith feeds it ahead. There's King. King with a drive, a head fake.
Got it.
Shot off the glass is good. Try on King. Now with 13 points here in the game, and that one he made look good.
Back up to a 19-point lead.
Here's a three-pointer from Thomas, off the mark. And McPherson with a shove gets called for his first personal. Now minute 22 left to play in the third. Here's King, baseline. Now he leaves it in the corner. Jackson for 3, off the mark. Nortier comes down with the board. Gives it to Falcons. Falcons has it poked out from behind. Ahead to Jackson. Hello.
Oh, missed the
Can't
drive.
finish. They feed it ahead to Smith. Davion Smith with it now. Back to Jackson. Jackson steps into a three-pointer. He'll get that. Well, he didn't get the highlight reel dunk, but he does get the triple.
Full timeout called by the Warriors. "47 seconds left to go in the quarter."
We'll go ahead and take a timeout with them. 56-34 is the score in the third quarter between the Chickasaws and the Warriors.
I'm James Finley, and I'm from Jasper, Arkansas. We came in to have my mother's service turned on, and she needed to pick a plan. They were patient, answered every question, and there were a lot of questions.
We just took our time with her and wanted to make sure she had everything she needed.
You could see that they genuinely cared about my mother.
I don't want to go into a store and be treated like just another number. That's not how we roll in Jasper. Treat people how you want to be treated.
Andy Maness, West Cisco back here with you in Blytheville. Taking a look at the Westside Warriors right now. They are trailing 56-34 with 47 seconds left to play in the third quarter. It has been a complete domination out on the court tonight by the Blytheville Chickasaws. Taking a look at the starting five outside of Brian Jones right there on your screen. Curtis Smith, Lamont Jackson, Tryon King, and Davion Smith. And all played some pretty good basketball here tonight. Three-pointer, corner pocket, good from Spencer Honeycutt. Three very much needed points off of the bench there for Westside.
Yes, very much.
Oh, and good job by Kessler Engel that time jumping the pass route. Able to poke that one out of bounds. 22 seconds remaining. There's the inbound pass way back in the backcourt. Smith working against Engel. Finally gets a little space. Oh, he's got some handles, doesn't he?
Coach Whitmire's asking for a carry.
Jones now in traffic. Nothing but net. Nice little finish there. As time expires here in the third quarter. 58-37 is the score. Blytheville on top of Westside. We're back with the fourth quarter right after this on Tubetown. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter here at the Chickasaw Gym. Blytheville well on top of Westside, 58-37. Westside playing a little bit better than they played in that first half, West, but they are still just up against a team that's playing some great defense and even better offense tonight.
Yeah, exactly, Andy. And I tell you what, they haven't. Kessler Mack, ever since the intentional foul, whenever he got stripped from the ball, has not played his game, and they need him to get his head in the ball game in order to, if they want to come back and win this one.
Yeah, Riley Felkins, the only one in double digits for the Warriors with 20 points, and he'll bring it up the floor into the front court for Westside to start the fourth. Felkins, Mack, Nortier, Engel, and Thomas, the five out on the floor for the Warriors. King, Davion Smith, Washington, Brian Jones, and Lamont Jackson, the five out on the floor for Blytheville. Nice save there by Felkins. He gets it over to Coach Whitmire, but he's not in the game. I think Felkins just looked up and saw red, saw Coach Whitmire, and just trying to save it. So not the way they want to start the fourth quarter here. Giving it away on the opening possession.
have extended that defense again.
Here's Washington on the drive, dribbled it off his own foot. It'll go the other way with the Warriors.
Denzel Lucas checks in for the Chickasaws, and Thomas back in for the Warriors.
Gets it to Mack on the weave. Here's Felkins on the drive. He's stripped. Going the other way now. Jackson with it. Nearly lost it. Finds King open in the paint, but King can't reel it in. Here's Felkins now. Spinning. Shot off the glass. Won't fall. Ahead to Jackson. Jackson leaning against the defenders. No good. Well, I don't know how they saved that from going out of bounds, but here's Vansell Lucas fresh into the game with a triple. All three of those, and it's now 61-37.
We are only...
Oh, and there's an answer. Riley Felkins right back at you. Well, the Chickasaws have been lighting it up from downtown tonight. .1 lead. Under 6 left to play. Here's a corner three-pointer, too strong from King.
Not a good shot right there, especially, you know, with the lead.
There's Felkins with another three-pointer off the mark.
He's 3 for 9 from behind the three-point arc tonight.
Here's Davion Smith, steps into a three-pointer. Well, Davion Smith got knocked down in the backcourt, and they found him trailing up late at the end of that one. Here's Mack off the screen. Won't fall. Thomas gets the rebound over to Felkins. Felkins for three. That won't go either. Jackson ahead to Washington. Washington now to Smith. Back to Jackson, but a charge called. Davion Smith comes flying in a little bit too high.
Second offensive foul by Smith tonight. Looks like we got a full timeout called by Westside.
So we will take one with them. 5:01 left to play here in the fourth quarter. 64-40 is the score. We're back right after this.
Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team. Becoming a member of the Westside Athletic Booster Club is a rewarding and valuable contribution to the Warrior Nation, our school, and most importantly, our student athletes. The purpose of the club is to promote athletics at Westside High School in an atmosphere that is consistent with the educational philosophy of the school community. Check out our Facebook page for more information on how to become a member. Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team.
Taking a look at Coach Pierce, his team up 64-40 here in the fourth quarter. Andy Maness and Wes Cisco back here with you with 5:01 remaining in the ballgame. Westside basketball trailing by 24. Here's the double team on Felkins. He's going to drive right around the defense and right to the basket. Riley Felkins now with 25.
That was a good job there of not settling for a three and going ahead and dribble driving in. There's turnover.
And back to the Chicks. Here's a drive from Jones. Jones goes under and in. Nice move at the basket by Brian Jones. 8 points here in the game for him. And Felkins quickly on the other end. Boy, Felkins has got the ball and bringing it up the floor before you can even write down on the stat sheet.
Brian Jones picks up his second personal foul for the Chicks.
Falcons will hit the first one. He'll hit the second one as well. Oh, missed the first one, excuse me.
And a one.
And Brian Jones going back to the free throw line on the other end. Sam Malone picking up his second personal foul on that. So Brian Jones 2 for 2 already at the free throw line. 10 points here in the game. Give him 11. 70-43. Falcons to Mack. Mack, 3-point shot off the mark. Honeycutt comes down with a rebound. Ahead to Thomas, and then Falcons trying to feed it down low off the foot of a Chickasaw defender. It will go. And Thomas will have to come over and take it out underneath Westside's basket. Under 4 left to play now. Falcons trying to drive around some great defense being played there by Vansell Lucas, and Lucas charged for the block.
Good job on Lucas there to pick Falcons up after the foul. Nice sportsmanship.
Second one called on Lucas as Falcons is at the free throw line. First one won't fall. Second one will rim out. Couldn't get either of them on that trip. Here's Falcons with a steal, and he's going to lay it in. Washington lost it on the way in and trying to steal it away. The Warriors get it. Now here comes Falcons. And a block call.
Yeah, good call.
And that's Vansell Lucas. That'll be number 3 on him.
And Falcons will go in for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, just a little slide there by Lucas to draw the contact. Just trying to get in front of Falcons and keep him from getting to the basket. So we'll get the front end of the 1-and-1. I have to run out of room on my fourth quarter stat sheet here for Riley Falcons. Got that one.
Kurt Bush coming back in for Westside.
It's been a 10-point quarter here for Riley Falcons. Give him 30 for the game.
Wapple's starting to get a little sloppy here in the fourth quarter. There's a big-time foul there on Andrew Laird, his third.
So Tedrick Washington will go to the free throw line. First time he's been here tonight.
Get the shooter's roll.
Second one will fall.
Tyree Thurman and Raquel Elmberg comes in for the, I'm sorry, not, it was John Brewer that came in for the Chickasaws.
How about that quick basket by Tyree Thurman?
Just comes in, gets the steal in the bucket.
Extends the lead now, 73-47. There's another steal. Nope. Warriors going to hang on to it. And foul called as Kirk Bush trying to take that one to the basket.
Join us next Monday night as we're back on the air. We'll be at the Warrior Dome at Westside as they host the Brooklyn Bearcats.
Yeah, we'll be excited to bring you that one as well. Of course, anytime the Warriors and the Bearcats get together, it's always a fun game to be a part of. Kirk Bush nailing that free throw. 73-48. Of course, talking about any Brooklyn game, the final score between both teams is probably going to equal 73 points, and that's what the Chicks have scored here tonight as Kirk Bush hits his second. Here's Thurman with it. 2:02 left to play here in this one. Over to Lucas. Getting a look at some of these younger Chickasaws. Nice turn and shot there by John Bruin. It won't find the bottom of the net. He got a pretty good look at it, though. There's a big three-pointer by Lucas Gafka. He's fresh into the game for Westside. He makes it 73-52. Here's Lucas. See, this is very important playing time for a lot of these kids, especially you thinking about down the stretch. They could be fighting for, you know, that sixth man spot when these teams need them.
Nice job there by Thurman trying to get the steal.
1:24 left to play.
John Johnson and Mikhail Ellenberg come in for the Chickasaws.
And another turnover. Now they push it ahead. Here's Thurman. Thurman with a sidestep. In traffic. Got the contact. No foul call, but he will finish. Strong finish by Tyree Thurman, just a sophomore for the Chicks. And yet another turnover. Here's John Johnson this time. He lost it. Now he'll feed it. Shot's no good that time for Mikhail Ellenberg. And two of the players right here in front of us collide and look like they knocked kneecaps. Hopefully Tyree Thurman is okay. Didn't look all right there, but still finishes at the basket for his 6th point. And he and Evan Cullen ran right into each other. I think Tyree Thurman, I think he got the wind knocked out of him, and he possibly whiplash. He's holding on the back of his neck there.
Exactly, that's what I was about to say. He's looking like he's grabbed his neck there.
Yeah, I just saw Coach Pierce ask him if he just waved his hands in front of his face. He said, "You all right?" Like trying to get him to count to 3 or something, and I think he's all right. There's Evan Cullen knocking in a triple. 18 seconds left. Still full court press defense being played here by Westside.
Well, like you said, it's good for the players who don't get to play a lot to work on their, press offense and defense and everything else. So
yeah, working on the things they normally don't get to work on outside of practice. Now 5 seconds left. They'll let the clock tick down, and the Chickasaws will hold on to a win here tonight against the Westside Warriors. Chickasaws now 6-1 on the year. Meanwhile, the Westside Warriors fall down to a record of 5-2. So we will step aside for a quick break. And when we come back, we'll give you some post-game stats, wrap it up, and get out of here. Right after this on Tubetown.
Westside Athletic Booster Club, We're the team behind the team. Becoming a member of the Westside Athletic Booster Club is a rewarding and valuable contribution to the Warrior Nation, our school, and most importantly, our student athletes. The purpose of the club is to promote athletics at Westside High School in an atmosphere that is consistent with the educational philosophy of the school community. Check out our Facebook page for more information on how to become a member. Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team.
Taking a look at the post-game prayer here by the Warriors and the Chickasaws. Again, the final score 77-55. The final score. You got to love this show of sportsmanship here.
Yeah, you got to love it. And one of the officials, Brian Clark, has been diagnosed with cancer, and he's the one that Coach Pierce has his hand on right now. They're probably praying for him.
So got to love that. Of course, referees a big part of the sporting community here around Northeast Arkansas. Lots of coaches, lots of players know these coaches, get to spend a lot of time, or these referees rather, got to spend a lot of time with them, and essentially, you know, they're not part of the team, but again, you see them so many times throughout the season. It's
yeah, and I tell you, you know, for being an official who's can't right now, that means the world to me, just to see that they're doing it for a fellow official.
So again, Andy Manus, West Cisco getting ready to get on out of here tonight. Again, the final score 77-55. The Chickasaws come away with a win against the Westside Warriors. Again, Blytheville now 6-1 on the year. Their next game is going to be in the Arvest Hoop Fest. I believe they're going to be playing Rogers. So a big matchup for them coming up. Meanwhile, the Westside Warriors fall to a record of 5-2. Their next time out, they'll be at Ridgefield Christian, and then right back here with us next Monday night on Tubetown, facing off against Coach Bobby Gross and the Brooklyn Bearcats. Any final thoughts tonight, Wes?
It was just a dominant performance by the Chickasaws. That second quarter, that's what took the game right there. Everything else was pretty tight. That second quarter is what did it in for the Warriors.
Big thanks to everybody who made tonight's game possible, all of our broadcast crew, all of our camera operators and guys in the truck. Certainly appreciate those guys, and we appreciate you, the fans, watching at home. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll be right back here with you on Tubetown on Monday night as Westside takes on Brooklyn. Again, the final score 77-55 for West Cisco. I'm Andy Manus saying so long. We'll see you on Monday night.